in the blue. Zhorov, Russia, in the red. Men's flyweight division. This for a place in the quarterfinals. We've seen Ali Zamanov take his place just now. And one of these two,
round one,
will be facing him if they can get the win. So Zhorov of Russia with the right hand there, just scoring to the body. Nice left hand too, just snapping back the head there of Bernáth, who's trying to keep that guard nice and tight, but didn't manage to quite do it there. He's got long levers, Bernáth. Rangy kind of fighter. You look at him and you wonder how he makes 52 kilos, because he's got wide shoulders, he's got pretty solid biceps on him too, but he packs a lot into that 52 kilo frame. Just coming forward there, right to the body. Good body work there from Zhorov, but Bernáth would claim there that he's tucked up effectively, and that didn't really get through. Bernáth showed us some good movement yesterday. He was just all round a bit too good for Krzypiec. Reaching for the right hand a bit there. Zhorov is really going for the body here, which is interesting because it's kind of put Bernáth into his shell a bit. Like I said, yesterday we saw some good movement. We saw him work those hands, move those hands, but he's tucking up here and then looking to explode out and just leaning on, forehead to forehead almost there. And when nothing came from Bernáth, Zhorov decided to punch to the body and then move out. Left to the body from Zhorov. Bernáth looking to try and work the body himself. Right to the body again. Good right hand there from Zhorov. That just stunned Bernáth a little bit, I think. That was a real good, solid shot. And he's having the better of this so far, the Russian. His game plan is working. And Bernáth is quite static. For the most part, just standing in front of Zhorov. And that's not really where he wants to be, because he's got some size on him. He's definitely got some height and reach on him. And we saw him yesterday throw a good array, a good variety of punches. But at the minute, he's in front of Zhorov. And really, he's fighting Zhorov's kind of fight. Zhorov has got decent feet there. He launches a 1-2, Bernáth, and the Russian was able to just take those feet back out of range. Counters with the right hand there. Good opening round this for the man in red. Just a little double jab working his way in there, right to the body again. And Bernáth he's allowing Zhorov to dictate terms here. It's quite strange to watch, given the way that he normally goes about things. But it's Zhorov who is calling the tune here. Absolutely. Good jab from the Russian. Style-wise, we're just seeing a different kind of fighter to the one we saw yesterday. László Bernáth. Every now and again, he launches that big 1-2. Right hand got through the guard there from Zhorov. Right and a left as well. And they need to have a word in the corner here, because Bernáth he's just getting picked off. A bit of a grimace on his face as he goes back to that blue corner. The red corner, the Russians, they'll be delighted. Oh, it's a big round win. Might even see some 10-8s in there. I wouldn't bet against it. Well, 10-9s all round there for Zhorov. 10-8's probably stretching it a bit, but I wouldn't have been shocked if that had happened. AIBA scoring, remember, is about interpreting dominance. And the 5 judges scoring at ringside, they will look at the round as a whole, and they will score it 10-9 if they feel that someone's won the round. They'll score it 10-8 if they feel that they've really dominated and won clearly. 10-7 if it's a very one-sided round. They've even got the facility to give a 10-6, but the round is 10-6. If you're getting into 10-6 territory, then really the referee would have stopped it to all intents and purposes. If somebody gets that bigger hiding for it to constitute a 10-6, then it really shouldn't have been allowed to continue, quite frankly. I don't think I've ever seen a 10-6. Bernáth looking to try and just climb in with that right hand and looking for the jab there. He hardly jabbed at all in that opening round. He just stood in front of Zhorov. Tight guard, and Zhorov was able to just keep him there. That's a good right hand there from Zhorov. He's so comfortable at this kind of range, just standing in the pocket on the borderline of range. That jab from Bernáth, I don't think quite got there. Leads right in and just cramps Bernáth for space. He's got to give himself some room, Bernáth. He's got significant reach advantage. Again, in comes the 1-2. Quite a lot of these are getting blocked by gloves, but Zhorov really is able to punch when he wants to punch. He's dictating the pace. Feinted with the jab and then went downstairs. Zhorov just pawing with the jab a little bit there. Bernáth, I would really like to see him just take his feet out just a bit and just jab, just snap that jab, throw that 1-2, but it's easier said than done. Zhorov, as he demonstrates there, has got good feet. Short with the jab, right hand there, Bernáth, and that, I think, is part of the problem. Finding the distance here for him has been very, very hard. Boxing is all about distance, really. If you control the distance, then you control the fight, because the distance the fight is fought at determines what kind of a fight it is. And if you're the one who's bossing that scenario, then you're in charge, because you are making it your fight. Again, the jab just doesn't quite get there. He's so tentative there, Bernáth. Into the final minute of round 2. Nice right to the body. Good right hand there from Bernáth, but then he gets one back from Zhorov. And another good right hand there from Zhorov, and Bernáth just knocked off balance there slightly. I think he was maybe a little bit hurt by that. Zhorov just looks to try and walk him back towards the corner. Bit of frustration there, I think, from László Bernáth, because unfortunately he can't do a thing with Evgeny Zhorov here. He really can't. Does land the right hand there, though, Bernáth, as Zhorov for once was a little bit slow making his exit. But he's crunched Bernáth with some solid right hands here, and Bernáth has taken them. The referee could have jumped in for a standing count a couple of times here, I think, but has decided not to. Little bit of a shake of the head there from Bernáth as he goes back to the corner. He looks a good fighter, Zhorov. Maybe didn't quite hit his groove yesterday against Garboin, but got the win. 10-9s across the board, so he's got clear water then between him and László Bernáth, who is going to have to do something pretty epic in this final round if he's to turn this around.
Seconds out, please. Third round.
So third and final round, and Bernáth of Hungary in the blue there just ditches himself straight into a right hand, but was made to fall a little bit short, and Zhorov picked him off. He's going to have to be aggressive in this final round, Bernáth, which could spell trouble for him, to be honest, because Zhorov has had an answer for everything so far. And it's not really been so much the fact that he's had an answer, it's been that he's been the one setting all the questions, and Bernáth hasn't really had the answers. He's dictated terms, Evgeny Zhorov. He hasn't really boxed in this fight, Bernáth, like a fighter who believed that he could win. The way he came out, just tucking up, very much tucking up, right from the start, just allowed Zhorov to set the tempo. And once that happens, it can be very, very difficult to disrupt it, particularly in a 3-round fight. Nice jab from Zhorov, who will know that he's 2 rounds in front. And he'll want to win this final round, of course, but he knows that to all intents and purposes, this job is all but done. Just trying to keep that head on the move there. Lateral movement side to side, right hand to the body there from Zhorov, and Bernáth trying to walk him down. I don't mean to be too critical of Bernáth because Zhorov is a good fighter, but having seen him yesterday, László Bernáth, I like what I saw, and I just think he could have done a bit better today. I think he's a better fighter than he's shown here. As I said, maybe just a little bit of a lack of belief, a slightly conservative game plan from the off. Right to the body from Zhorov. So it's the final 10 seconds, and it is going to be Evgeny Zhorov who will go through to the quarterfinals, where he'll face Ali Zhamanov of Azerbaijan, who we've just seen, and that'll be a good fight. And Zhorov, without question, is the fighter who is going through here. He's going to win this one 3-0. He'll sweep this on all 5 cards. I'm very confident about that. That highlight there just shows the problems that Bernáth had all the way through. He's tucking up, he's trying to keep that guard tight. You can't really see too much when you've got those hands up as high and tight as he has, and he was just kind of shuffling forward, walking in. And that was just a sight for sore eyes for Evgeny Zhorov, because he would just tee off on him and find the gaps.
And ladies and gentlemen, the winner of bout number 83 in the ring B, by unanimous decision from the red corner, Evgeny Zhorov, Russia.
Evgeny Zhorov goes through. Well, the Jordanian judge gave the final round to Bernáth there, but